Today's question is, why do we keep portfolios? The last time we were here, we drew our name in bubble letters, we crossed it out, and then added a couple of vertical lines, and then we went over our lines with Sharpie. This is going to be for our original works project. How's it going, 4th grade? So we are going to be finishing up our names that we're going to be working on for the next couple days. If you did not finish last time, it's okay. Remember, what we did was we wrote our name, we split it up with vertical lines, horizontal lines, and then even took some random curvy lines or whatever lines you wanted to do and split it up even more. And so now it looks a little bit more abstract, a little bit more cubist. Because they want some specific types of media. You can use marker, you can use crayon, you can use colored pencil. Now I know what you're thinking, oh, Mr. Buffett, I want to use something else. I'm so sorry. But for this project, it has to be a dry media, so it can't be anything too sticky or messy. To remind you of some really cool techniques that you can use. One of them is crayon. What's cool about crayon is that most people know that you can color in one direction and you get some vibrant color. But did you know that there are actually 2 colors in every crayon? If you press just a little bit harder, you actually get a darker version of that color. So you can get some really cool gradients going on today. Obviously, we have colored pencils. If you'd like to do a gradient, you might want to choose colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. So yellow is right next to green. So it's slowly changing from yellow to green. Now I'm pressing harder on the green. Blend it. And then I want it to change into this kind of bluish, purplish. So that's an interesting effect that you can do in any of these sections, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Marker is a little bit harder to create gradient, but you can just think of colors that are similar to each other, like red and pink. But like I said, it's kind of harder to make a gradient with these, but you're welcome to use this. It is your choice what media you want to use, as long as it is a dry media and I'm not sending them something sticky in the mail. But feel free to be as creative as you want. I want you guys to push yourself and use some of the techniques I've taught you over the years and maybe experiment a little bit. Do it my way. I think I want to do warm colors on the outside and cool colors on the inside of the letters, but I'm also going to switch it up. Every time there's a new little section, I want to make it just a little bit different. That's what's going to make it super cool. I found some warm colors. I'm going to go ahead and start the background. The best way to get that vibrant color is to go hard and waxy, because I want to see this completely colored, and this needs to be good if they're going to print it on stuff for you. Oh no, Mr. Bowfield, I broke a crayon. That's okay. Remember, you can kind of just take off the wrapper. And now we have 2 crayons. Lucky you. So don't feel bad. It just means you were working hard. I forgot to show off that you can use texture plates, but we already talked about those during our sketchbook project. You are welcome to use those as well, as long as it feels colored and complete. All right, so that took a little bit. That was... oh my goodness, but it looks really good. I love the way that crayon turns out when you go hard and waxy. You just cannot beat that really pop in color. Now I want to do the inside of the letters, and I'm going to do cool colors for the inside. I want to use something different. I'm going to try out some colored pencils and then show you guys. Found some cool colored pencils. If you ever need to sharpen, remember inside your bin is a sharpen eraser cup. You just open it up, take the sharpener, and you sharpen. If you need to throw away any of the gunk in there, you can do that at any time. There's also an eraser. However, I don't think that the eraser will work for colored pencils, so you want to be a little bit more careful with these guys. If you want to do a gradient the way it is on a color wheel, what I would do is I would put out all your colors and then try to figure out what the order will be. There we go. And so something like that would make sense. You don't have to do gradients everywhere, but I would love to see that you understand how to do a gradient. It's going to make you do a gradient of a million colors unless you want to. Some people will decide, like, I just want it to gradient from one color to another color or just a little bit darker. That counts too. So if you just want to do simple gradients, that's fine. You don't have to do it crazy like me. You're the artist today. You get to decide how you want this to look because this is your creation that will be printed. But just keep in mind the elements and principles of art, color theory, what looks good together. Please do not rush. I think we're gonna have at least one more day to work on this, possibly two. We'll see how far we get. I just really want you guys to push the craftsmanship and make sure that this is something that you're proud of, because if that company is going to print it for us, I want it to be good. This is the first time I'm doing it. Make me proud, guys. Double check yourself and make sure you didn't leave any spots. Finish early, put this on the back counter after you check with Mr. Punt, and you can choose a new activity from over here. iPads will not be available because they're not set up yet. Have a great day.